stolen in 6 months, foreign banks looting everything. We're on the verge of riots, and she injects race into it. So poor black folks, when they see people out there protesting, even though there's a lot of black folks there, think it's a giant Ku Klux Klan rally. Is that not literally psychological terror that she was engaging in?
And this is what they're trying to do. Did you hear this Axelrod, this David Axelrod, the senior White House advisor, calling? He said that the Tea Party movements are, quote, unhealthy. You know, this has to go down as one of the 10 dumbest statements ever made in history.
Stay right there. Stay right there. Gerald Celente is our guest. Just absolutely amazing interview. Let's come back and talk about your statements on Russian television and on ABC News about revolution in the United States. Gerald Celente is our guest. We'll give you his website when we come back. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Silver is mankind's oldest natural antibiotic. This very special mineral has been used for centuries by most cultures throughout the world. Utopia, Texas is home to a small but mighty supplement company called Utopia Silver, who offers colloidal products produced in distilled water without use of animal protein, nitrates, or saline solutions. Because our colloidal silver is made up of nano-sized particles, it can be better utilized at the cellular level, and germs can't mutate to be resistant like they can to modern-day antibiotics. Utopia Silver has a broad range of health supplements, including colloidal silver, gold, and copper, with a money-back guarantee on the colloidal products we produce. For 4 years, Utopia Silver has been fighting in the Texas courts against agencies that would steal our God-given rights of health care and freedom of speech. Visit us today at utopiasilver.com. That's UTOPIA silver.com, or call 888-213-4338, 888-213-4338, and help us win this battle.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
So you want to stop smoking. Well, here's what I want you to do. Go to a drugstore and take a stop smoking product off the shelf. Go to the cashier. Tell them you don't want to pay for the product. You just want to take it home and try it. And if, and only if you stop smoking, will you then come back and pay for it. Most likely, if you tried this, you'd be arrested. But as silly as this sounds, this is exactly what the Smoke-Free free trial offer is. Smoke-Free is a complete all-natural stop smoking system. And when you call today, they'll send you a 30-day supply of the program absolutely free. This program eliminates withdrawals and cravings and includes a 30-day supply of the smoke-free capsules, a guide to living smoke-free book, an audio support program, capsule holder, and a bottle of weight loss capsules just in case you're worried about gaining weight while you're trying to quit. To find out if you qualify for this free trial offer, join the tens of thousands who have quit for life with Smoke-Free. Call 1-800-426-6186 today. That's 1-800-426-6186. This is a limited time offer, so call 1-800-426-6186 now.
He's in the Obama Deception. He's Gerald Celente. Be sure and check out his website, trendsresearch.com. One word, trendsresearch.com. Big fat link up on Infowars.com. If you forget the URL, I suggest you subscribe to it. Okay, let's start over there because we got cut in by the break. Garofalo, she knows, as snot-nosed as she is, and I'd actually use that term myself. It's a good term for them. They know, though. They think they're these big, smart geniuses. They're desperate. They know they're parasites. They're not really liberals. It's like Margaret Sanger, all her private papers, how much she hated blacks and wanted to kill them all. But she would go around explaining to the blacks how much she loved them as a liberal and, let's just sterilize you or have an abortion. It's the same thing with these people. They love to pimp around limousine liberals, like they're helping everybody and they're good. But her and Oberman scientifically know that 98% of the American people, and that's a conservative number, some polls show 99% against the banker takeover, as you know, Gerald, are together. So they got to make this a left-wing, right-wing issue. And Fox financing, trying to take that over. They're the party out of power, the Republicans, so they can act like they're patriots now. Rick Perry and all these politicians. Can you elaborate on that? And I mean, just the cold-blooded treason of this, trying to get the American people fighting with each other, and on national TV injecting race and racism into things so that black folks, when you see them, at the grocery store, think you're out to get them. I mean, this is amazing.
Well, again, what they're trying to do, as we see it, with minimizing this tax revolt, is that this has legs. As I said, we're the folks that saw it coming first and wrote about it, as far as we know. And we're saying this was historical event. So when you have the president's senior White House advisor, Axelrod, going on Face the Nation, and saying this is a country where we value liberties and our ability to express ourselves, and he goes, these expressions are unhealthy. And then you have that guy Carville, he called the Tea Party movements, quote, harmless and damaging to Republicans. So clearly what they're trying to do is they know the power of this, and they're trying to marginalize it by putting people in these categories. This has nothing to do with ideology. Are there libertarians and Republicans out there? Of course there are. But they're just angry people that are losing everything, and that's the bigger picture.
And this is meant to keep the Democrats from coming out and joining the American people, the Democrats that are...
Exactly. Exactly. It's keeping the Democrats and other people out from joining them, and they're driving a wedge, and they're doing a good job at it. But it's only going to be temporary, because when it gets down to the pocketbook issue, then it becomes real, which, by the way, that's the next thing. And as you well know from our Trends Journal, in the spring edition, we wrote a lot about it, and that this recovery that we're seeing is in the stock market, what we called it was a false flag recovery. These banks, as you well know, they're now allowed to value their toxic assets at any number that they want to give them, and they're producing fake earning increases. And it's like you give me a couple of $1 billion, I'll report some earnings increases. Oh, I'll show you profit. Give me some more billions. This thing is going down. It's going to be nonstop. And the people that don't see what's coming and do not take preventive measures, and you pointed it out very clearly in the Obama deception, and if anyone didn't see it yet, they don't know what they're missing. And people need to know this, that they better take precautionary measures now, because the ship is sinking. And as you well know also, Alex, they're calling what we're putting out pessimism porn. They have this, and they laugh about it. Oh, Salenti predicted this. He predicted
Gerald,
the fall of the Soviet Empire.
Let me stop you there for just a second. I need you to. Your phone receiver is so good, it's kind of overdriving. So back off the phone a bit, because I want folks to be able to. No. It's probably our fault. But start over with this pessimism porn, and then that leads into my next question. We have these MIAC reports that we broke, and then the federal reports saying those buying guns are the number one threat to the government, and ammo. Reports that the veterans are the number one threat. So they built up this anti-terror apparatus, as I've been predicting for years. They then swung it around overnight and pointed it at the tax protesters, gun owners. I mean, this is turning into hardcore tyranny. So can you elaborate on what you were just talking about with them calling us pessimism porn, and then leading into we're terrorists and need the new domestic CIA to watch us?
Well, the New York Times did an op-ed piece on March 26th. They called what I'm putting out pessimism porn. And even though, of course, they cite all the accuracies that we have produced over the nearly 30 years of business, so they came out with this line. We're calling what they're putting out optimism opium. You won't die from porn, but boy, you'll die from this optimism opium, because the ship is going down and they've drugged the people. And you pointed it out with this left-wing movement and these liberals. They're drugging the people into believing the lines. It's optimism opium. They keep selling it. And at the same level, by the way, they're always pushing out, the economists say this and the economists say that. But we need to be confident and we need to be optimistic. Wait a minute. If you're going to stick with economics and use mathematical formulas and call it a science, even though it's a pseudoscience, then what does optimism and confidence have with this? This isn't about pessimism. The ship has hit an iceberg. It's sinking. And you better grab a lifeboat, a life jacket, or a life raft, because there's not even going to be debris to hang on to. This thing's going down quickly. And they're cozying the people into